if you've been on the internet at all lately, you've probably been seeing these trends where these guys will be like, I just want a BPD girlfriend. I just want a goth girlfriend with BPD. So I figured that I'd get the person that I know in my life who has been with more BPD girls, probably more than anybody ever. And not only has he been with BPD women, but he also has BPD. So that's like just two people being in a gunfight. So, without further ado, I'd like to invite my friend Andrew to Paula. He came all the way from Ohio. So without further ado,
Thank you for having me.
of course.
It's an honor to finally be on this show. I've been a fan for quite some time. I'm elated, as you can
Okay, stop
tell.
the glazing, dude. Dude, get this guy's such a fan. Anyways, as I said before, you have experience
I
dating
do.
girls with BPD.
Unfortunately,
You actually just, well, I don't know. Should I talk about it? Like, you just got a relationship.
yeah. Well, I just got out of a relationship like 7 months ago, but it's still tormenting me.
Yeah, it was bad. Not to, no, I won't. We won't get into details.
Bro,
But she did
if
have
she ever
BPD.
comes for my ass on YouTube, I'll go into details.
Yeah, bro, he's gonna bring
Bro,
receipts. He's
I
already
will
told
bring
me
receipts.
he's gonna
Bro,
go
case
crazy.
closed.
Um,
20
what
years in prison minimum for her.
minimum,
Minimum. Yeah.
dude? Minimum.
She's gone.
So as you can tell, he's already had experience, with a BPD girl. How was that in general? Like, if you kind of had to sum it up.
Um, it's both the best thing and the worst thing. It is the highs are extreme, the lows are I don't even want to get into the lows, even though I'm going to because that's what this video is.
Well,
But
yeah.
it is a journey. You have to be a warrior for sure. I was in a BPD relationship recently for 2 years, and that was quite the struggle.
Well, I mean, like, even being your friend during it, like, it seemed really bad. Like, even just like as an outsider, like when you were dating her and you were really into her, I feel like even I was kind of like seeing some red flags. And I just want to preface by saying that, like, we're not experts on BPD at all. Like, I don't really know a lot about BPD. I've never really been with a lot of people with BPD, or like been friends with people with BPD. So I figured that's why I kind of thought, I'd bring on my buddy here. But we're not like medical professionals. We don't know everything about it. But I figured, that this is kind of a problem, and giving some insight into why it's not a great thing. I feel like fetishizing any mental illness, whether it's BPD or like the whole, like, I just want a depressed autistic. Have you seen that?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
The like I just want
It's
an autistic depressed girlfriend,
let me cut you off right now,
bro.
Daniel. um, it's always like the preppy white guy who doesn't know what he's talking about, and he's always
Yeah.
like I need myself a BPD girlfriend. A good example is Obsession. I saw a lot of people like thirsting over Nikki, saying they need a girlfriend like Nikki, unironically, when she is insane in the movie. And obviously that movie is the message is about BPD and the horrors that come with it. But a lot of people look past that and were just like, I just need a girl who's obsessed with me. But
Mm.
it's not all sunshine and rainbows as the movie shows. Back to you, Daniel.
I feel like that kind of I feel like this speaks like a deeper issue, just with people right now in general. Like, especially when it comes to the internet. Like, I'll say, dude, it really is that damn phone. Like, people's, like, it really is.
It
Like,
really is.
I feel like whenever someone was crazy, it's like, oh, like, they're crazy. I feel like, even too, like, when I think back to it, like, like the whole like yandere thing. Were you
I'm
were
unfamiliar.
you like, do you know what yandere simulator is?
um, it sounds familiar.
Okay, well,
I'm
for anybody who doesn't know what a yandere is, or what yandere simulator is, who wasn't terminally online, and had unrestricted internet access as a kid, it's basically like this like term in anime. I think it means like lovesick girl or something, in Japanese. And it's like a girl who's just like crazy and like will kill for you. You know that like like the whole senpai thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Of
like
course, of course.
yeah, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of like where this came from, like the whole like yandere, like oh, like this girl is crazy for you kind of thing.
And it's always like guys like begging for it, and it's like they don't even care about the actual person. They just want them to have that cover just to fuck around with, I guess. It's
Yeah.
honestly gross, in my opinion at least.
So with that being said, I have some questions for Andy. I wrote down
Oh boy.
in our handy dandy notebook. And this is one that I wanted to start off with just because on the internet, you see a lot of discourse where it's like, oh, like the BPD girl that's crazy for you. Um, Obviously, you like this. It's not as sweet as it seems.
Of course, of course.
So I figured like just for a starting question, I wrote, do BPD girls really love harder than regular like neurotypical girls will say?
Ooh, what a difficult and interesting question. Love harder is an interesting term.
Mm.
I could say, like I said before, the highs are extremely, extremely high, but the lows are more than low. They are rock bottom.
Dude, you look like a war veteran. Like the way you were like just like looking into the distance,
Bro,
bro.
I think I have the 100-yard
You
stare.
really did for a second, like unironically.
um, I don't know if love harder is
Right.
the
Mm,
correct term. I would say it's maybe like more love bundled up into like short periods of time, but
right.
it's not. I would say the love is about the same. You obviously still can love someone when you have BPD.
Mm.
I know I have, and I have BPD. Next question.
Dude, best person disorder. He's got best person disorder.
Bro, I'm the best.
Well, I just before we move on to the next
Oh
question
yeah,
though,
yeah. Follow my Instagram. Andy F top
we'll
17.
put it on screen. And there's gonna be a link in the description,
Oh yeah.
as well as a link to Andy's channel. Um, Thank you so much for helping me out with this video.
Of course.
And while you're there, if you would click the like button and the subscribe button, leave a comment, do all those things for us, or we're gonna send a crazy BPD girl to your house. And it's gonna get really ugly.
Yeah,
It's gonna get
it gets really
it's
ugly,
gonna get
especially when they
ugly.
know when you live where you live, and they know
Yeah,
what model car you drive,
they're
and
gonna key your
they know
car.
where you work.
Oh yeah, that's actually very specific for a reason, dude. We might get into that. I mean, you won't know unless you watch the whole video. So I'm just gonna tickle your balls a little bit there, get you
Ooh,
all ready.
edge them,
Yeah,
bro.
we're gonna edge you a bit.
Bro, you know you like it.
Um, before we go to the next question, though, I just wanted to ask too. Do you know like about the whole like favorite person thing?
Elaborate.
Like I the whole thing like I've seen this kind of like on BPD TikTok or like Instagram or whatever. And it's like the whole concept where it's like if someone has BPD, they'll make someone like their like favorite person, as in like that's like the person who like they want to hang out with a lot. And if I'm getting this wrong, by the way, please correct me in the comments.
Um, I haven't actually seen that, but I actually 100% agree with that. Not even based on other people's uh what I've seen in other people, but based on my own experience. There's always that one person who I'm like focused on, and it's not even like most of the time it's not even in like a romantic way. It's just like you want somebody by your side at all times, I guess. You want to ride or die because you know your relationships are up and down and
Mm,
most likely going to crash and burn, unfortunately.
right. I mean that's honestly really I never really thought about it that way.
Hmm.
Just kind of like wanting that ride or die because of what like we're saying like
Because
yeah,
you just know how things go.
right. Um, okay, yeah. So for the next question, we have what do you think it is about women with BPD that these guys find so attractive?
Um, well, obviously BPD is a lot more than like being obsessed with somebody. But
No,
be-
continue.
I think being obsessed, like having the idea of having a girl obsessed with you, a lot of
Mm.
these guys' egos are like just dead. So like the idea of having a girl absolutely obsessed with you, and I've fallen for this trap many times. Like he said, I've dated multiple BPD girls. He's so disappointed in me.
Bro, it is
But
what it
I
is.
think yeah, it's almost like an ego boost, and also I think it's kind of a stereotype. Like if you have BBD, you're like a freaky goth baddie, and I think
Right.
that's desirable, especially to these like fucking frat guys who have nothing going on in their life. ASU frat leader Moggs Clavicular,
Dude, where were
Trey
you?
Mog,
Where were
Trey
you
Moggs
when
Clavicular.
Clavicular got frame mogged
Bro,
by the ASU
that
frat
dude
leader?
probably like jerks off to Instagram goths.
Oh yeah, and I feel like we could literally go on like an entire like I feel like we can make an entire video just about how like goth women too are like kind of fetishized.
No, and it's weird because it's like all these like normal dudes are obsessed with having a goth girlfriend, and I feel like for people like me, it's the opposite. Like I've
Mm.
only dated alternative women, and that's not even like that's not on purpose. That's just the people who I connect
That's
with.
yeah, that's just the way it panned
Like
out.
yeah. So I just think it's a little ironic. Back to
I
you.
I think what you were kind of saying with the ego, I think you were like really hitting a good point there. Like you know, if you don't know, I feel like a lot of these guys like on like Instagram, like on TikTok, they're very like low ego kind of guys, like especially like they're posting, you know, like the BPD baddie, the BPD baddie.
Mhm.
Like to bring up obsession, you know, like you have this guy Bear, he's like very low confidence, you know, just kind of like a chud loser.
Yeah, a
Um
fucking chud fuck.
yeah, exactly, and I feel like that's who this caters to. I feel like the whole, like, BPD baddie phenomenon really caters to, like, these low ego kinds of people, you know, not much confidence, so, like, the idea of, like, one girl I just flicked them off. One girl being, like, just kind of obsessed with you, just being all about you,
Mhm.
really sounds nice on paper, but as
It's
poor
not.
Andy
It's
here
not.
can tell you, it's really not.
And
Um,
it's like obviously with any relationship, if you're in it, there are good moments, but the good moments only last so long.
right.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the unfortunate part, is that especially too, like, whenever it comes to internet memes, internet videos, it's a lot easier to kind of condense people into, like, this one, trait,
I feel
you
like a lot of
know?
people like play it off as a joke. They're like, "Oh, I want a freaky BPD baddie," but it's like not a joke.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like there's truth in that. Like, you
Mhm.
know, like, every joke has, like, an ounce of truth to it kind of thing, and I feel like there's more truth than these guys are letting on. But anyways, on to the next question, what do you think? Um, for question 3, I wrote, "As a guy with BPD, do you think how you interact with, women with BPD, like, changes?"
Um, I think it definitely adds to a level of connection. You kind of understand each other because there's all these highs and lows, and you just kind of get it. Like me and my last relationship, we both had BPD, and I think that's why it lasted so much longer than it should have. Is because we were like kind of like we kind of understood why it was going bad and good, but that's not an excuse, you know.
I think too, like, whenever it comes to your ex, you know, obviously, like, we won't say her name for, anonymity's sake, but
But
I
if she ever comes after me,
yeah,
you're
dude,
going to prison.
he's dude, he's locked and loaded, he wants
Bro, I
blood.
have everything in my notes app.
Dude, this guy is ready, man,
No,
don't
I don't want blood, but it's a funny
he's
thought.
dude, walk him down, Andy, bro.
That's funny.
That's funny. Shut up. I literally forgot what I was gonna say now. Shit.
You're talking about my ex.
Oh, right, right, right. So whenever it does come to your ex, why do you think that, like, she kind of, like, became crazy? Like, do you think that that was always there? Or was it kind of something that, like, it flipped a switch and, like, is that, like, a BPD related thing, or is that just, like, something that can happen to anybody?
I think it was definitely always there, and obviously in the beginning stages of a relationship, you both want to impress the other person, and you also overlook things that you might not normally overlook because you want this person so bad. You want it to work out, so you're like, that's fine when it's not really fun.
Like
Um,
the rose-colored glasses kinda
yeah,
thing,
for
yeah.
sure.
Mm.
And for me, that lasted, I think, much longer than it should have. And I do think, it's related to BPD. Like BPD people are crazy people. I get into episodes where I'm just like doing whatever. I was like freaking out a week ago, and I bought like $1,000 worth of clothes. Check the fit. Check the new rocks. Check the
They're
BB
so give
belt,
him a 360.
bro. This is nothing, by the way,
Give him a 360. Oh my goodness. Name a fly or white boy, you can't.
bro. You can't.
You really can't. I would say just as somebody, who doesn't have BPD, obviously. Um,
Obviously,
I have ADHD though. So whenever I kind of think about like how dating with ADHD can be, it feels very like all over the place. Um, and I think that I'm a lot more sensitive. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm a lot more sensitive to like rejection, but also just like I'll be like, oh, like they haven't texted me in like 2 hours, dude. It's over. I feel like he knows like just like how quickly sometimes like I'll go from like we're so
yeah,
back
yeah.
to it's so over.
But we always end up so back.
Yeah, we always end up so
We're
back.
always on top.
I kind of feel like maybe there's like some correlation there, like between BPD dating and just ADHD dating where there's like some like emotional volatility.
I think definitely, I would definitely agree with that. Um,
Yeah.
I agree. Not much more to it.
True fact, bro. On mound.
I'm out.
On
I'm out.
mound.
I'm out.
On mound. Cemetery
Seven.
grave,
So
man.
we're
Bro, okay, so
bro. Cut that. Cut that.
don't cut it.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
For the next question, I wrote, what are some common misconceptions about girls that have BPD?
That they're always obsessed with you. They
Mm,
will also always hate you
mm.
and flip back and forth. Um, Sometimes it's not as grippy as you may want to believe.
What did you just say?
Nothing.
Continue.
I lost my train of thought, honestly.
Um,
No thanks to you.
well, shut the dude. White people, am I right?
Bro, I'm just a happy camper.
This dude is just happy-go-lucky. To remind you, I wrote, "What are some common misconceptions
Oh
about
yeah,
girls
yeah,
with
yeah, of
BPD?"
course, of course. Like I said, they aren't always they're obsessed with you, but not in a good way. You gotta have your location on at all times. You gotta text them where you are at all
I'm
times.
still holding the
3 a.m.
fire.
Who cares? She's gotta know every friend that you're hanging out with. It is exhausting.
Mm.
Exhausting.
Yeah, I could kind of imagine that. It probably almost feels like having like a helicopter
Also,
parent.
she's gonna like fuck other guys and cheat on you and get banged by a big black man.
So, I would say that's probably not what always happens.
Well, like
Um,
90%. And if she's if yeah, I'm just gonna stop talking.
it's been a good Colin, it's been a good run on YouTube. Unfortunately, we are going to get canceled. Um,
Bro,
we tried.
we tried.
Well, I was gonna say too.
Okay, lock in.
what 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 is it about? I don't even know what I was gonna say. I got it.
BPD girls? What is it about BPD?
Big titty. Big titty
I didn't
goth.
say that. You said that.
I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Something was on the mind. Whenever I kind of think about it, there's definitely like this very big. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on YouTube. Sexual aspect, where it's like, oh, like these BPD
They see them
girls.
as like a toy, basically.
Yeah, kind of like a sex
Bro.
toy,
Just go get a fleshlight and put like some Gotham lingerie on it, like,
something, right?
bro.
I
These are real people.
Yeah,
Even though I've been like kind of shitting on them, I am one. So
yeah.
yeah.
Like all jokes aside, these kinds of memes, like they can be funny. I'll admit I've definitely laughed at some. But at the end of the day, they can definitely be harmful as well. Especially too for people who aren't so socially acclimated, we'll say. They'll kind of
It's
like,
the same with like the anime kid who's like obsessed with Asians and fetishizes
dude,
Asians.
yeah.
It's exactly the
That's actually,
same.
yeah, that's an amazing parallel.
Mhm.
It literally is the same thing like that, where it's like they're like, "Oh, Japanese girls, they're just so perfect, like they probably always smell good, and it's probably like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?"
yeah,
Yeah,
and it's just gross. Like I the only Japanese girls I know are my cousins, and they're real people. They're really
right,
cool. They're genuine,
right.
and just people like I hate to think about it, but people probably do fetishize them, and
Yeah.
it's disgusting. Like imagine if it was your cousin. Imagine it was your cousin.
I know there are probably some freaks out there who anyways. On to the next question.
Bro.
Um I wrote, how do you date a girl with BPD without making that aspect of her, like, just her whole personality? And to kind of elaborate on that, I feel like, whenever it comes to mental health, sometimes, like, and I've even been guilty of this, where if a girl is, like, depressed, who I'm kind of talking to, like, I'll focus on that part of her, rather than the fact that, like, oh, like, this is a whole
Mhm.
person,
If you
you
don't
know?
want, so you're basically like saying, if you don't want BPD to interfere with your relationship.
Right, like, you don't wanna make that, like, the
Okay.
entire, like, pinnacle
I would
of their
say
character.
if you don't want your BPD to interfere with your relationship, get medicated. And I think it's okay to not date somebody because they have BPD because
Right.
it's a lot. And if you want a stable relationship, get medicated. If you want to create art, stay unmedicated.
You heard it here. Um,
If you want to do something crazy, if you want to live your life to the fullest, if you want to burn bridges and live like a movie character, stay unmedicated. But know that it will hurt people around you, and know that the sacrifice, or it might not be worth it. And the sacrifice you make by getting medicated, kind of numbing your emotions, can allow you to have a stable relationship with everybody around you. It allows you to not hurt people. It's the more selfless option. Um, but yeah,
I think that's a very, interesting take. So you heard it here, folks. Andy is saying to not take your meds. So everybody, if you're
don't take your
watching this and
meds.
you have BPD, stop taking your
Stop
meds.
taking your meds.
Uh,
If you're schizo, stop taking
you
your
just
meds.
stop taking your meds.
You have a gift, not a curse.
Just don't take your meds. Can we put a disclaimer on this? We'll just have like a big like disclaimer, do not listen to this. This is,
Bro.
as I said before, this is not like professional medical advice really. It's just two tough guys talking about real
Gang,
life.
gang.
Gang on Mound, if you will. And I just want to say too, as somebody, who didn't know that he had ADHD, like, for the longest time. I didn't know I had ADHD until, like, 2 years ago. Like, did finding out that you had BPD, did that change, like, how you kinda moved in relationships?
Um,
Because I know it definitely did for me.
I think I'm definitely more cautious now, but
Mm,
beyond that, I mean, not really. When you're in a relationship, you need somebody to accept you for who you are, and sometimes the easiest way to do that is to become medicated. But yeah, I lost my train of thought. Back to
Uh,
you.
you know, I will say that after like there are 2 points in my life, I feel like. Um, that point is before Adderall and after Adderall. I feel like before I took Adderall, I was just kind of, like, all over the place. Um, I would, like, start things and then I would never finish them. I couldn't like, I was just kind of like like, just a disorganized, unfocused, troglodyte, and also fat. So, a couple of those things have changed. But especially too, like, whenever it comes to, like, relationships, I think that I can just focus more on my interpersonal, relationships, like, even, like, just making phone calls, like, before I would never really call my friends.
Now we fall asleep on the phone every night,
Yeah, now we fall asleep on the phone, we're like he's like my Discord kitten.
bro. And you think that's a joke, but it's not.
Did I feel like have we fallen asleep on the phone before?
I don't know if you. I think we've been like, I'm going to sleep, and hung up and gone to sleep.
Yeah.
We've never like fallen asleep,
I feel like we have a friendship that's, like, as close to homoerotic as it gets, like, without crossing that line.
bro. But we did watch Brokeback Mountain together,
Yeah, we did watch
like
Brokeback Mountain
twice,
together, yeah.
right?
Um, was it twice?
Well, there was the first time with
Oh,
me
and
and
then the
you,
other
and
time
then
with
with
our
you
yeah,
and Lucas. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, with our friends.
Bro, he got a boner.
Did I?
I don't know.
I might have, I don't know, I can't even remember, dude. Uh, but yeah, not to get too off topic, but, I kind
Great
of just
movie,
feel
great
like
movie.
yeah, Brokeback Mountain is a great movie.
Bro.
I really feel like
I
I
have a
can
$1 million idea. Somebody hit me up. Brokeback Mountain, but straight.
back mountain.
Brokeback. Wait. Okay, go on. I'm
The
tweaking. I'm
joke is
tweaking.
dead. The bit is dead. This guy kills bits.
That's what everybody keeps telling me.
Do they actually?
Yeah.
Do they say that, like, unironically?
Yeah.
That you're a bit killer?
Yeah.
You're not a bit killer, you're a cut that. Anyways, I I kind of just feel like in general, the main point I guess that we're trying to make here is that not only with BPD, just with mental health in general, and just people in general, we tend to have this issue, especially like in the internet age, to just categorize people by like these hyper specific traits like goth dommy mommy, sissy waifu femboy. Yeah, like
Um, I know mommy ASMR is a big thing.
it is, yeah. I feel like mommy ASMR
Tentacles.
has done untold harm on our generation.
Yeah. It yeah.
It's
Yeah.
bad.
It's
So to sum this all up, um, we should stop fetishizing girls with BPD. Stop fetishizing guys with BPD. Um, stop fetishizing alt people. And maybe we should touch more grass. Do
on
you
dog
have
gang.
anything else that you want to say
No cap, for real, for real.
on Mound?
Out.
So once again, I'd like to thank Andy for coming.
Oh, anytime, bro.
Yeah, thank you for coming. Um, and his channel is linked in the description, as well as like his socials.
The only option.
The only option.
Subscribe. Road to 6 subscribers.
Subscribe to the only option on YouTube. Check out his videos. This guy is amazing. Just building up a YouTube channel. Building up a community. Recording videos, filming, just holding each other accountable has been awesome.
Yep.
Genuinely,
It's been actually so fun. We started it like less than a week ago,
yeah.
but
and this guy has been cranking out videos.
2 videos a day, except for today because I had to drive two and a
Yeah,
half
he drove.
hours.
You drove like two, well, extra too because you
Like
had to get turned
yeah,
around.
I got turned around, had to go back to my house, go back, so it was like 3.5 hours.
Yeah, like 3.5 hours for your. He drove 3.5 hours for your entertainment. If that doesn't deserve a like and a subscribe, what does? What does?
Maybe a hot BPD goth baddie?
Oh yeah, actually, I think I could probably use one of those.
Oh, this
Anyways,
guy, am I right?
please shut Saiba. Yeah. So hit that like, that subscribe. Leave a comment. Call us stupid in the comments, please. We love to see that. We
Bro,
love
call out
that.
all my voice cracks. I
Call out
love
all
it.
his voice cracks. Timestamp them. Leave them in the comments. We'll leave the voice cracks in. We won't edit those out, so you can timestamp them. And with that being said, this has been Andy, the only option, and me, Elisha, from the Elisha Daniel YouTube channel. Yeah, peace.